DIY guy here. I'm in the beautiful Toulouse Canal. A perfect spot for some bike riding. So I want to do some science today. I'm going to see how fast I can get this BMX bike going and see just how far we can roll. And then I'll grease the bearings and see if it improves. So let's go! Slowing down. We made it to the tree. We hit a top speed of 36. Now the gravity test. Let's go. Okay, so we're in line with the crack there. Okay, now I just need to go and find some waterproof grease and clean out and repack the bearings. I'm gonna try and rebuild this whole bike's bearings with nothing but a couple of crescents. Go opposites attract, but sometimes they undo. Oh, there we go. I'll get this one as well. Yep, it did. Beautiful. So, to take the chain off, push the wheel all the way forwards, and then take the slack side and push it across behind the sprocket, and then roll the chain off with the crank arm. It's better to have a bike upside down when you're working on it. Loosen the brakes, just push them out like that, and I don't have to let the air out of my tyre. Take the front wheel off too. I'm going to use the edge of the steel and the flathead as a... You can take one brake pad off. Get some free napkins, give them a wipe up, get them nice and clean. Undoing a lock nut off a cone is a nightmare, but it can be done. Now you need to get a really good pinch on it, so you want to have a good amount of space on there. A tent peg, a nail and vice grip. That done the job. Got it. It's your jam nut or your lock nut. Whoa, see that? I'll put the wrench onto there and use the little one onto this cone. Oh, the grease is still surprisingly in there. Look at that. Done. All the ball bearings are in there. It's still grease. They're good. Best way is a big container. The axle drop out. There you go. Get your WD. Oh, put the lid on. You don't want to fling one out. Inside bearing runners. Get them nice and clean. Dirty bearings are unbearable, mate. I've been spraying on it, try and loosen it up. Now the problem is, because the axle is turning inside the nuts, it won't unlock that lock nut. I'm going to try and lock the axle on with another nut as a lock nut, because this isn't enough. Do that one up tight as we can. Do this one up tight as we can. Oh! Got it! Woo! Persistence. That is the key. Oh, I'm always dropping bearings. Don't worry about that. Just have a nice clean work area so you can find it. And if it goes on the ground, get low, low, low. Hopefully this side might crack a bit easier. I got so sick and tired of undoing these pain in the ass bloody cones all the time. I went to the op shop, you know, like a charity thrift store kind of thing, and found a old paint gun spanner, and they are mint. You'll see me use it to put them back together. Got it. Okay, I'm just going to whip this seal off. Oh, got it. Got it. Got some local grease from the local bike shop. I'm gonna pack the whole runner. If you don't have a grease gun or a applicating bottle like this, you can just put the grease on your finger. It works just fine. Just have to hold the axle in, and now the ball bearing can't fall down the hole. And then you just place the bearing in and use the axle to position it into its spot on the runner. Hook my fingers on the spokes so that I can hold this wheel up while I'm grabbing the bearings, and I always do it over the box so that if I drop a bearing through the spokes, it lands back in the box. Much safer. Tell you what, you don't always have to use the axle, but if you're like me and you got a bit of a Michael J. Fox special going on and you accidentally drop the ball down in the hole and it's covered in grease, have fun getting that out, mate. Just gonna get that grease nicely packed around. And now you can see that the bearings can't move. That grease is really good. Fill up your runner. And then drop your bearings in. Now, you never do your cones up too tight. You want them to roll free. And if you do it up too tight, watch what happens. It stops rolling. Loosen them off. Now watch how long it will roll. Nip that jam nut up nice and tight. Beautiful. So, time to do the second one. CRC or WD and scrub-a-dub-dub. Pour it on the brush. Now you can get the brush in there. Gotta go from the inside. Just flick it out. Now that sealed bearing's open, we can give it a good scrub out and a repack with grease. Don't worry if you got grease all up the axle, it's only going to stop it rusting. It's located. This side of the hub's the same as the front wheel. You just pack it full of grease and drop all the balls in. Half of these ball bearings were just pitted and ugly as anything. So I went back to the bike shop and managed to get a whole set for about, I think it was about €1.20. Dirt cheap, mate, standard as ball bearing, can't go wrong. Line this down. Tighten that one down onto that one. See that? Perfect. Bit of grease for the paws. Now if you want your cassette to be loud, don't put grease in there. But I'd rather it not be rusty and easier to put back together, so grease it is. So stick them in there. Couple ways you can make your cassette louder. You could get a stronger spring or double springs even, and that should make it a whole lot louder. Let's get the spring in here. So you want to roll it on, find your starting point, hook it in, might need to get the screwdriver. Oh no, that's good. So this cassette style, putting the bearings back in is just the same as the front wheel bearing runners. Just grease it up, drop them in. You can't really do the axle trick though, unfortunately. One thing you can do to stop bearings falling off when you're trying to slip the cassette over the axle is put another layer of grease over the top of the bearings as well, just as extra protection and double stickiness. Good luck! If you ask me, that looks pretty happy. Let's get a lock nut on it. A little bit of play, you don't want it to be fully tight. And now that we have our wonderful paint shotgun spinner, it's gonna make life so much easier to do this lock nut up. Okay DIYers, we're back. We're at the canal. It's raining, it's windy, so I think we're going to be at a disadvantage with the wind. Pretty sure we're still going to roll further anyway. I've got the GPS set up. I'm going to send it as hard as I can. Here's the stump and the tree we got to last time. Look at that. One extra tree. Two extra trees. Really slowing now. 3 more trees further than last time. And what was our speed? 37 kilometers. So we even went faster. Wow, very happy with that. Okay, let's go down to our gravity test. Oh yeah, way more windy than last time. First cut. Second cut. Look at that, we've made it an extra meter. Not much, but considering the wind, I'll take it. Thanks for watching everyone. Please like and subscribe. Next time we might just pump up the tyres and rerun the tests again when there's no wind and see if we get much further. Cheers all, let me know in the comments if that sounds like a cool idea. Take care, peace out.